All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give our praises and glory due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who Uber and charge the truth. Peace and salutations to the whole elect scattered abroad doing this work of truth and sincerity. Shalom. This is just a quick lesson through the spirit, man. A quick hit. Lord, when this is edifying. And it's really just inspired, man. I was watching the Apostles Live today. The Apostles go live every Tuesday. And it was something that Apostle Gabar said, through the spirit, it kind of hit me. I thought I should just do a lesson on it real fast through the spirit. But basically, he was going in, he was just saying, I can't even remember the exact precept he brought out, but he was going into, how this word is a weapon, man. How we use, ultimately, he was going into how this is spiritual warfare, and how spiritual the word is, and how it is used as a spiritual weapon, man. And not only is the word our spiritual weapon, our spiritual sword, a sword in a sense, because even the scriptures goes into that. But it's also a guide, man. That's how powerful the word of Yahweh Shai is through the spirit, man. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai. That's how powerful this word is, man. You got to understand this word is what is taking Jake, even us that's in the truth from out of, the utter darkness of this world, man. Out of the wickedness and the iniquity, and all the evil bestowed in this earth. It's taking us out of that and brought us into the light, man. It's made us clean again. It's made us whole, by through the washing of the word, being born again, in a spiritual sense, through the words of Yahweh Shai. And we know, as the scripture tell you, which we'll get into, how this word is going to endure forever, man. That's how strong and powerful the word of Yahweh Shai is, man. That is going to endure forever. So it's also a sword. It's also a spiritual weapon in a sense, but it's also a guide, man. The words of Yahweh Shai, the scriptures, it's like a spiritual guide in a sense. It's like a damn how you could it's funny kind of think about it, but how you could look up on your damn phone, you can call on Siri, you can hey Siri, or you can call on damn AI, Chat GPT, or your tutor, whatever. That's how the word is. It's always gonna be there for you, man. It's always a guy. It's always got the answers, man. Because people got these smartphones, and every time you need an answer, they always, calling on Siri or going to damn Google. Well, we run into the words of Yahweh Shai, man, because it's always going to be an answer. It's always going to be comfort. It's always going to be a way out in a sense through the scriptures, through the power of this word, man. But not to rant too much. I got a few precepts. Lord, what in the spirit flow, man. Got a few precepts we'll touch on. And again, Lord, when this is edifying, but let's touch on this. I want to grab Psalms 119 and 105. Cause just going into, how this word is a guide, man. It's a guide through this darkness, man. Through the darkness of fucking Babylon the Great and this wicked ass world. This wicked ass kingdom. Esau Edom, one of the damn the devil himself, man. In rulership. So this word is a guide through all the damn darkness and filthiness that this man is polluting the earth with, man. But this is Psalms 119. So like kind of 105 is the point. We'll read 104 too. 105 being the point. So this is one Psalms 119, 104, and it reads, through thy precepts I get understanding, therefore I hate every false way. So through the precepts, man, through the word, through the scriptures of Yahweh Shai, ultimately through the spirit giving us, giving to us, the spirit giving us to understand the scriptures, to be able to understand and break down the precepts. And that's how we get this understanding, man. So the water to Yahweh Shai for that, man. For giving us the spirit to understand the precepts so that we get that understanding, man. So that we can be able to use this as a comfort, as a guide, as a spiritual sword, a spiritual getaway, Because you could be so damn, you could be having a rough day, man. You could be trapped in your thoughts, trapped in your head, or just feel like, you need a break, from all the bullshit or whatever daily affairs that you're going through in your life. And it's word to be that escape, man. You doing a little lesson. You get into the scriptures, you watching the video. It's a big relief. It's a getaway through the spirit, man. It puts your mind in another place, man, spiritually, It spiritually inclines you again, out of this world, and out of bullshit that it has to offer. But again, 104, it says, through thy precepts I get understanding, therefore I hate every false way. Thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path, man. So this word, it's a lamp unto my feet. It's a guide, It's leading you. It's a lamp. What is a lamp? A lamp provides light, man. So this word gives us light, man. Again, it's a guide, to guide us out. It says, and a light unto my path. So it's giving us that light unto our path to know which way to go, to know, how to get through things and get through this life, man. Once we just get through everything that we, been meant to go through, man. Because as the scriptures tell you, and let's get at Proverbs 6, because reproofs are the way of life. Let's grab it real fast. Proverbs 6 and 23. God, it's 23, and it reads, for the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light. So for the commandments of the Lord, man, through this word, it's a lamp, and the law is light, and reproofs of instruction are the way of life, man. So again, it's that light, it's that path. Again, to show us which way to go, man. Show us how to correct our steps, to correct our ways, to keep us down that righteous path, man. That's straight and narrow, and through that, it's going to be reproofs, man. And no way, no better way, to go down that path that's straight and narrow, being reproof through the word, man. Again, through the word, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashmi Yahushua, and that's how you're going to be able to grow, man. Well, let's grab this real fast in Psalms, Isaiah, man. Because again, just going into, I'm trying to make sure I'm getting the correct verse, So just going into, again, how powerful this word is, man. The scripture's going to tell you it's going to last forever, man. So this is Isaiah 40 and verse 6, and we'll read down to 8, and it reads, the voice said, cry, and he said, what shall I cry? All flesh is grass, and all the goodliness thereof is the flower of the field. The grass withereth, the flower fadeth, because the spirit of the Lord bloweth upon it. Surely the people is grass, the grass withereth, and the flower fadeth, but the word of the Most High shall stand forever, man. So the people and the goodness of this world, it's going to pass, man. It's going to fade away, it's going to wither away. But like the scriptures tell you, the word of Yahweh Bashmi Yahushua is going to stand forever, man. It's going to always stand. It's going to always rule. Like the scripture tell you, that's how powerful, the words of the Lord are. He said his word is going to never come back to him void, man. It's never going to come back to the Lord of void, man. So it's always going to stand, But also, what's that precept I'm thinking of? I just had it. I got my precepts on my other phone, so like it, bear with me. I just had it, man. So like it. What the point being? The point being, the Lord gave us this word, and it's always going to stand, man. So therefore, nothing can come against us or come against the will of Yahweh Bashmi Yahushua, or anything that He has planned for us or with us, because we being in His plan and fitting into prophecy. Nothing can counter against this, man. Because it's set in stone. Again, His word is not going to come back into void, man. I can't find that precept, but let's get this, man. I actually should have read this going off the reproofs of life, but this is 2 Timothy and 3 and 16. So I want that. We'll read 15 down to 17. So this is 2 Timothy 3 and 15, and it reads, and that from a child that has known the holy scriptures, which are able to make thee wise unto salvation through the faith which is in Hamashiach Yahushua, man. So being a child, the holy scriptures, man, this word, it's going to be able to make you wise, man. Unto salvation, to be able to receive salvation, man. That's how powerful this word is, man. So it's a tool, again, it's a guide. It's a sword. It's also comforting, man. It's going to make you wise unto salvation through faith, which is in Hamashiach Yahushua. Verse 16, all scripture is given by inspiration of the Most High and is profitable for doctrine, again, for reproof. Again, they go that word reproof, for correction, for instruction in righteousness, man. So it's going to give you instruction in righteousness, man, you know, away from the society. Because what is the society pushing out for? Wickedness, iniquity, man, you know, all types of fornication and adultery, man, you know, all type of things that cause you to give into your lust over into your flesh, man. You know, away from being that spiritual man, away from righteousness, man. This world doesn't teach reproof. It doesn't teach correction, man. You know, it looks at reproof and correction as a bad thing, man. You know, just like not to, you know, rant too much, but it's a you know, for brothers that's in the know, you had a Jake's son get killed by the police, and he avenged his son, you know, by killing the police, man. You know, so that justice, that correction, you know, because the Lord calls that to happen. People look at it as a bad thing, man. People look at justice, rightful judgment, as a bad thing. They look at correction, reproof, as a bad thing, man. You know. But finishing off verse 17, it says that the man of the Most High may be perfect, truly furnished in all good works. You know. It's lucky, man. A little parched. But like it's telling you, again, all scripture, man, the word is given by the inspiration of the Most High, man. So again, it goes back into landing on the point, like I was saying, how nothing can counter or come against his word, man. You know, because it's all inspired through Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. And like I said, it's profitable, man. This word is profitable, man. That means it's for your benefit, for your good, man. You know, it's for your benefit, it's for your good, you know. It's not for your destruction, man. You know. So again, it goes into that, you know, the word being a guide, man. You know, being a comforter, you know, being a sword, you know. Now let's actually go into that, because that's kind of what the elder was going into, what the elder apostle Salakia, about how, you know, through the spirit, this is a spiritual warfare. So you know, we can't fight against this spiritual warfare with carnal weapons, man, being carnal beings. You know, again, this thing is very spiritual, but let's get this 2 Corinthians 10. Let's start at 3, actually, and read 4. We'll read the 6. Actually, this is all good, man. So, 2 Corinthians 10 and 3, it says, For though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh. So we're in the flesh, but we're not warring after the flesh, man. Again, we're not here to be carnal beings, you know. It says, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. So the weapons of our warfare, man, it was just this word. It says are not carnal, but mighty through Yahweh Shem Yahushua to the pulling down of strongholds. What is able to pull down the strongholds, man? That's been on our people for years, man. This word, the precepts, man, the scriptures, ultimately the spirit, you know, of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, which has to be given to you. You know, it's mighty through the Most High to the pulling down of strongholds, casting down imaginations, man. You know, because this devil has given many imaginations, man. You know, he's given the world many imaginations, man. You know, me being a child made me think of, I'm a little younger brother in the truth. Not a child, but you being a younger brother in the truth, growing up watching SpongeBob. Like SpongeBob said, imaginations, man. You know, that's folly. Neither here nor there. But, you know, Esau gives off that, man. That's what this devil does, man. He gives off vain and carnal, you know, and wicked imagination to the people, you know. To have these people in these strongholds to believe, you know, delusions, man. You have these people in strong delusions, you know. The scriptures tell you that they may believe a lie. So these people are invested in lies. They have inherited lies and delusions, man, from the imaginations that this damn devil has been pushing out to the world, to the people. You know, but verse 5 again, finishing it off, casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalteth itself against the knowledge of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and breaketh into captivity every thought of obedience of Hamashiach. It says, and having in all readiness to revenge all disobedience when your obedience is filled, man. So this is a weapon again, because like I said, it's having a readiness to revenge all disobedience, man. You know. Again, that's going back into what? Being corrected, you know, reproofs being a way of life, man. Reproof. Again, this comes into it, you know, being profitable. Because, through the Spirit, this word is able to revenge all your disobedience, so you know where to go off and how to correct that, man. Like I said, it's casting down those imaginations, pulling down the strongholds, man. It says in every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of the Most High, And this devil has put himself up on a pedestal, man. So this word is casting down Esau and his damn kingdom, man. That's how strong this word is, man. Through brothers going out doing the work, prophesying, man, bringing out the words of Yahweh Shem Shah, it's pulling down this devil's kingdom, man. It's pulling down this damn devil's rulership. His day and age is coming to an end, and that's why this devil hated, man. That's why he's doing everything in his power to stop this word from growing out, man. He's doing everything in his fucking power to stop the prophets of the Lord, man, to stop the men of the Lord, man. And soon that's why we're gonna come into that point where it's gonna be a famine of the word, man. So this devil's doing everything he can. He's planning the future, try to figure out how to get the prophets out the streets, man. To stop this word going out via media, man, on all these damn social platforms that he's on, So this devil, again, that's how strong this word is, man. It's casting down, again, verse 5, man, casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalteth itself against the knowledge of Yahweh Shem Shah, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of a Mashiach, man. So that's how strong and powerful this word is, man. But again, touching on the point, just to prove how, again, like verse 4 says, the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, man. They're spiritual, which is this word, man, And just to prove that, again, further prove, like the scriptures tell you here in Hebrews, how this word is a sword, man, How it's able to do this thing, man. How it's able, and ultimately, that's what it is, man. Esau is fucking cut, man. Literally cut through the spirit, man. Because that's how spiritual and powerful this word is, man. But this is Hebrews 4, verse 12. That's all I want. Yeah, get the verse 12 again to the point. So like, for the word of the Most High is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword. It says, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit and of the joints and marrow, and is a discerner of the thoughts and the intents of the heart, man. So it's quick and powerful, man. It said it's sharper than any two-edged sword, man. So Esau's been getting cut with a sharp sword, man. Not only Esau, but the wicked, man. These people of the earth, man, they got these demons on them. That's why they hate the prophets as well. That's why they hate the men of the Lord. That's why they hate reproof. That's why they hate correction. That's why they don't want to hear the word. That's why they scoff and mock, man. Because it cuts, man. It hurts, Again, it goes into this word being a sword, man. It says piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul. So it's piercing all the way to these people's soul and spirit, man. It says in the joints of the marrow, and it is a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart. So it's fucking up these people's heart, man. It's playing down their mind, man. They can't stand to hear it, man. Again, but we know this thing is spiritual. And that's why we have to use this word, man. Because it's comforting to us. But to the world, it's discomfort. They don't want to hear this shit, man. But also, it's cutting them, The Lord gave us the word, Salakia, to heal us, man. Whether to the world, Salakia, into the world, it's cutting them, man, And what is that? Let's actually, damn, what is that? Salakia, I gotta bring this out real fast. Because the precept that goes into that, man. About the word healing us, man. Salakia. Yeah, let's grab this real fast, man, before we move on. Just because I made that point. And this is Psalms 107. Psalms 107 and 20, So this is Psalms 107 and verse 20, man, just getting to the point. And as it reads, it says he sent his word and healed them and delivered them from their destructions, man. So the Lord, that's how powerful this word is, man. This Lord sent his word out, man, via through his service of prophets, man. Via the media, man. Visions, man, things of that nature. He sent his word out and it healed us, man, spiritually. It healed us mentally, man. We were sick. We was in need of a physician, man. So the Lord did what he did. He sent his word and healed us, man. But to the world, it cut them, man. It cut these fucking people to pieces, man. You know, it finished them, man. You know, these people are already done, but this word finished them. You know, cut them off, man. But unto us, it healed us, man. That's that balance. He says he sent his word and healed them. And healed them, so like, and delivered them from their destruction, man. So through this word, you know, the Lord, he saved us from you know, our destructions, man. Because this world was our destruction. It was our downfall, man. But through the word, the Lord saved us. He brought us out of that, man. You know. But let's go move on. And I want to grab that. Let's grab this. You know, because this thing is spiritual. Like we've been going to. I was grabbing Ephesians, kind of. Ephesians 6. And we'll just get to the point, read verse 12. Because as it reads, Ephesians 6 and 12, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, and against the rulers of the darkness of this world. So like, and against spiritual wickedness in high places, man. You know, so that's what we're up against spiritually, man. So that's why we need this word, man, as a spiritual sword. You know, that's why the Lord via gave it to us again, via the prophets, man, through the media. So it can be our comfort, man. It could be our guide. It could be our sword, man, against these devils, man, against this spiritual wickedness in high places, man, against the darkness of this world, man. You know, against the principalities and the powers, man. You know, that's what the Lord gave it to us for, man. You know, we got to use it for that good use, man. And that's how good and strong and powerful, you know, that the word is, man. You know, because going back, like it was telling us in Corinthians, how the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, man. You know, but mighty. You know, because this word is mighty, man. It's not carnal. This is not for carnal beings to get, you know. You have to be spiritually inclined to understand this, man. That's why a lot of people don't get it, you know, when they come up against it, because they're spiritually discerned, man. It wasn't meant for everybody, you know. But that's pretty much wraps up the point, man. You know, I can rant on and on about it. But again, it's supposed to be a quick hit. You know, Lord willing, this was edifying. Until next time, I'll close it out, giving our praises and glory due to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shah, by Hashem, Rakakwadash. Again, double honors to the elders and apostles, the great millstone who rule one ties to the truth. Peace and salutations to the whole elect, God abroad, doing this record, truth and sincerity, man. Until next time, shalom.